At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
Pahrump Nugget, Progressive Cash Drawings, Mystery Point Multipliers, Mystery Gift Days, Extra Cash for 4 of a kinds, Bingo, Bowling, Football, and Food Specials. Looking for constant action? Look no further. Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.
News 46 is brought to you by Healthcare Partners. News is brought to you in part by One Nevada Credit Union, where right now you can refinance your auto loan with rates as low as 2.98% and no payments for 90 days for qualified members. Call us today for details. News 46 is also brought to you by the Bankruptcy Center of Pahrump. When it comes to sensitive matters like bankruptcy, take a breath of fresh air by calling an experienced and compassionate attorney at the Bankruptcy Center of Pahrump. 775-727-4747. News is also brought to you by Pahrump Dermatology and Skin Cancer. When you need the best dermatology care in Pahrump, call Pahrump Dermatology and Skin Cancer. 775-727-9800. News is also brought to you by Capriotti Sandwich Shop, located in the Pahrump Nugget Casino. Call us at 775-751-3354 to order ahead. News is also brought to you by Hope Counseling Services, where we specialize in behavioral health, inspiring hope for a brighter tomorrow. Call 775-727-0101 for more information.
Tonight on News 46, voting is slow but steady at the polls.
Will the town board members be arrested tonight?
3 men are taken into custody for drug-related offenses. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Zach Fuentes and Monique Murphy. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Tuesday, Election Day, June 12th, 2012. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Zach Fuentes for News 46. Nye County Clerk Sam Merlino spoke to News 46 today at the Bob Roode Community Center's polling location.
Steady but slow. The turnout has not been great, but it's been steady all day. No problems. It's gone really well.
We have 2 polling places here in town.
That's correct. J.G. Johnson and Bob Roode Community Center.
Why did we pick J.G. Johnson for the other location?
You know, we've just used it for a long time. It's a great location. The gym floor is an issue for the schools. They like us to use the old style rather than the nice athletic gym floors that are wood. So it works.
So this is, of course, the primary, and let's talk a little bit about, I know that we have some candidates out there in the parking lot. They're staying away from the polling area, but they're at least talking to some of the voters coming in.
Yes, they can stay within 100 feet of the entrance to the polling place. They can give out their brochures, whatever they want to do. And we also have an exit pollster who can ask voters who they voted for on the way out. They just can't talk to them on the way in.
There you go, and that's the straw poll there.
That's correct.
Do we use those results for anything?
Absolutely not.
So the results when they're coming in tonight, tell me a little bit about what we're looking at as far as that.
Well, as usual, we are going to try to get the early vote results out as soon as possible after 7 o'clock. After that, we'll try to get absentee and then Election Day. But as you know, we transport results from Beatty, Amargosa, and different areas, and it takes us about an hour to an hour and a half to get these polling places closed down and packed up.
Early voting, we had 2,500 and I believe 19.
Somewhere around there. I don't know the number off the top of my head. So.
You know the absentee amount of ballots?
Not yet, because we don't actually close those till 7 o'clock. They're not due till 7 o'clock tonight, and so we continue to get those throughout the day.
And how do we get the results from Beatty and Amargosa?
Those are transported by sheriff's deputies to the Tonopah office, and they actually go from Amargosa to Beatty and on into Tonopah.
And how do you get those from Tonopah?
A sheriff's deputy takes from Tonopah, the Tonopah Convention Center, to the clerk's office in Tonopah. Same with Round Mountain. We have a sheriff's deputy do the same thing.
So tonight around 8:30 is about when we'll actually start seeing some results, right?
I hope so. I never guarantee anything, but we hope so. Like I said, not a lot will happen until I get there, and I won't get there until after our polls are closed and packed up here and at J.G. Johnson.
Once again, they close at 7 p.m. tonight.
Yes, but if we have voters in line in the polling place, we have to allow them to vote, and then, of course, we balance, we pack up, so it does take some time.
If people would like to find out about registering for the general election, how can they do that?
They can contact the clerk's office in both Tonopah and Pahrump. And we have information online. They can get voter registrations at the post office, DMV, senior centers, various places. So.
And hundreds participated in Saturday's Bowling with the Doctors event, sponsored by Healthcare Partners, held at the Pahrump Nugget.
Well, this is an event that Healthcare Partners sponsored for the community because we love to interact with the community. We love to be here, and we're bowling.
There you go. A lot of people attended this event.
Well, that's what we plan for. We have not only doctors, we have lots of people coming to the event, and that's what we're here for always.
It's an event that is very well participated in also because bowling is also physical fitness, which is something that the doctors, of course, encourage.
Well, anytime you move is a good thing. Getting out is a good thing, and for the health and for the body, for the mind, everything's good to get out and have fun every once in a while.
Healthcare Partners is very customer-oriented. They really reach out to the community since they've become a big part of Pahrump now.
Well, of course, because we are the community. We're the doctors, we're the providers, and our staff is part of the community, and the community is part of us. So that's what it's supposed to be.
What's some surprising things that happened here today interacting with some of your patients?
Well, I got to see some of my patients, got to see some of the doctors, and it's always nice to have people come up and recognize me and to talk, not in a medical environment. So that's what we're here for, is to talk to people and to make them feel more comfortable. There shouldn't be a doctor's office all the time.
Exactly, and that really does kind of break down the barriers, doesn't it?
Well, I think that a lot of times people imagine us just being stuffy in a doctor's office, and we're normal people like everybody else.
Are the doctors really enjoying the events that Healthcare Partners have been putting on for the community?
Oh, we love to come out and interact with the community. We love to meet new people and have people come up and talk to us, and yeah, so we enjoy coming out.
Now, before we go to our first break, we'd like to show you some special visitors we have here today. We have Boy Scout Troop 235, and they are working on their Journalism Merit Badge. We're very happy to have them today. And remember, if you guys have any groups out there that want to come visit the station, we'd love to have you. We had a great time with the Boy Scouts here today.
They got to take a tour.
They got to take a tour. They got to sit through some of the broadcasts today. And we love having visitors here. We really do. Yeah.
It's so much fun to have an audience.
Definitely is. So remember, if you guys want to come up here, our number is 727-9400, extension 209.
And we want the Boy Scouts to say hi out there. Everybody wave and say hi.
Wave.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Children's Dentistry of Pahrump, specializing in sedation dentistry, now accepting adult patients. Call now for free IV sedation with dental implant, 751-2184.
On tonight's Town Board agenda is item number 10 regarding repealing Pahrump Town Ordinance number 46. Following that item is item number 11, which is to approve a resolution to establish a Town Board policy in favor of the public's right to vote for or against any effort to incorporate the unincorporated town of Pahrump. The Nye County Republican Central Committee has said that they will conduct an arrest of all of the Town Board members if they vote for repealing PTO 46 at tonight's meeting. We spoke to Town Board Chair Vicky Parker, Chairman of the Nye County Republican Central Committee Bill Carnes, and Town Board Manager Bill Kobarger regarding this issue.
We got a letter, the town board, the town attorney, Mr. Kobarger, saying that if we did not pull or vote against agenda item number 10, which is the repeal of the unconstitutional PTO 46, that members of the audience are going to take it upon themselves to perform citizens' arrests on us, and that we'll spend the night in jail.
So this is a threat to you guys, isn't it?
Yes, and I'm rather disappointed that a stellar organization such as the Nye County Republican Central Committee is issuing these threats, and I've got the letter to prove it.
Your attorney has sent back your response, and that says that PTO Ordinance 46 is unconstitutional.
Yes, and he cites the law cases involved, as well as it is against the state law.
And what's the reason for that?
Because the state, only the state can decide how towns incorporate themselves, not local municipalities. I'd like to say that this is not an issue about incorporation. To my knowledge, nobody is incorporating anything. The town borough is not incorporating. It's simply because the ordinance itself is unconstitutional, and at the last meeting, one of our citizens spoke during a public comment asking the town board to put in a resolution embracing this ordinance, and I cannot, in good conscience, embrace an illegal, unconstitutional ordinance. So
if PTO 46 is considered to be unlawful, if it's considered to be unconstitutional, the NCRCC would fully support the Pahrump Town Board repealing that ordinance. Vicky Parker has always been a big supporter of incorporating Pahrump. PTO 46 exists because she and her husband were working behind the scenes to try to incorporate a small portion of Pahrump back in, I think it's 2004, 2005. The Pahrump Town Board, the Pahrump manager, and the attorney at the time had PTO 46 created in an effort to stop that.
The Nye County Republican Central Committee is the one that's actually spearheading this.
We are, and part of the reason for that is we have a platform. If you go to our website, nygop.org, you can pull up under business platforms. We have a platform item number 4 that says we adamantly oppose incorporation of our towns within Nye County if it's going to increase the scope of government and, of course, costs and taxes therein. We don't want to conduct any arrest whatsoever. Here's the way it works. If the Pahrump Town Board votes to act illegally and repeal PTO 46, even if it were considered unlawful, unconstitutional by a judge, there's a process to repealing any ordinance. 3 public readings, it has to go through several meetings and such. The way it's written on the agenda, what they intend to do is repeal it in one fell swoop tonight. All we really want them to do is table this, or not have any sort of direct action such as, okay, we're going to vote one time and one time only to repeal PTO 46. This is all you get in violation of state law.
Is the town looking to take action if they actually conduct this arrest tonight?
Without a doubt.
So you will have a response to this arrest?
If they decide to arrest us and the sheriff decides to go through with actually transporting us and putting us in jail, then we will turn around and own the county. We decided to create a town board policy tonight that states any time that the issue of incorporation is brought up, that it must be voted on by the entire citizens of Pahrump. All registered voters will have a shot at voting yay or nay, and they want that to be heard. They want that to be heard loud and clear. They are not trying an in-run on incorporation, so therefore they created this resolution to be town policy. Now I have knowledge that one of the town board members wants to actually turn that resolution into an ordinance, so they would like to pass the resolution tonight, and that town board member is going to recommend that the town staff work on bringing it back as an ordinance, which will require then 2 readings and a publication. I have no problem with it. Any time that our town should incorporate is by the vote of the citizens, and if the vote of the citizens said no, there's no incorporation. If the vote of the citizens say yes, then you move forth.
Well, it's definitely going to be an eventful night here in Pahrump. At 8:30, the new name of Terriblestown will be announced, and the winner of the $10,000 Rename T-Town contest will be revealed. We will have that winner for you tomorrow in tomorrow night's broadcast.
And Valley Electric Association has issued a press release regarding this weekend's power outage. On Saturday, June 9th, at approximately 8:24 p.m., a truck backed into an anchor wire and power pole at 1381 East Highway 372. That's Area 51 Fireworks, causing a brief outage to Valley Electric Association's members. Power was restored to all accounts within 24 minutes. The vehicle and the suspect who hit the power pole have not been identified. They fled the scene. If you have any information, please call the Nye County Sheriff's Office at 751-7000.
3 people have been taken into custody by deputies for drug-related offenses.
According to the report, 3 people were arrested in total at 800 South Bowling, space 2W. The first being 30-year-old George Diaz, who was taken into custody for a parole and probation warrant from the original charges from burglary, identity theft, and obstructing a police officer. He is being held on that hold for parole. The second, 18-year-old Jonathan Diramond, who is being held for $20,000 bail regarding operating a drug house, possession of a controlled substance, possession of a hypodermic device, and under the influence of a controlled substance. The third being 19-year-old Jesse James Spillane, who is being held on $10,000 bail for operating a drug house, possession of a controlled substance, trafficking, possession of a hypodermic device, and under the influence of a controlled substance, as well as possession for sale. According to the report, Street Crime Sergeant Dan Tomasian, Detective Joe Close, and Deputy Richard Deutsch located a parole absconder at 800 Bowling Street that had been using a fake alias of Joseph Perez. Jesse Spillane was allegedly helping Diaz by providing shelter and food to a known burglar. During the course of this investigation, Nye County Sheriff's Office personnel discovered that Jesse Spillane and Jonathan Diramond were under the influence of a controlled substance. Furthermore, Spillane had set up his bedroom to facilitate the use of drugs with members of the community. All of the suspects were transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. And we'll be right back after these messages with more local news when News 46 returns.